Hey everyone, it's Quantic here again, this time with Game 4 of a Best of 5 series from the GO4SC2 Cup, the 310th edition. And this time on Frost, spawning in the top right as the green Zerg. Someone who was able to claim victory in the previous game to force this Game 4. We've got Team Mouse Sports Hope. Now he's going to have to do it again if he wants to force a Game 5 against his opponent spawning in the top left as the blue Zerg, representing Team Quantic. We have Hyun. And I think coming into this series, I think most people think Hyun is the favorite to win the series, to win the tournament. He's just such a strong Korean player, able to take down Jaedong in the finals of DreamHack. And Jaedong, remember, his ZVZ is very good. He has something like a 93% win rate in official matches. So Jaedong's ZVZ is just crazy, but Hyun was able to win it. But you have to remember, he did win the first 2 games, but Hope was able to win Game 3, so this series is still up for anyone to get. Now it looks like we're going to be going hatchery first for Hope. Same thing for Hyun, so both players doing the exact same thing. Now what is interesting is both players sent their Overlord first to the south, and they've actually spawned very close to each other in the corners in the top parts of the map. And this is going to be interesting to get to each other's base because there's basically 2 ways they can go. They can go through the north, through this narrow bridge area, or they can come across here, but this has a Xel'Naga Tower, so this Xel'Naga Tower is probably going to play a key role in this game, because to get to each other's base, you either go this way, or you go through this top narrow way, and this narrow way is very, very risky in some situations, because if units are just waiting here, they can get a much better concave over your units if they're just moving across. So something to take a note of on this map. Now, it looks like Hope is going to be going for Zergling speed first, again, as he has done so in all 3 previous games. And then he went for a Baneling's Nest, again, in all 3 previous games. So is he going to be doing that in this game? We'll have to see. Now, something else to note that I've mentioned in the previous games as well is that Hope didn't build a lot of Zerglings nor Banelings in any of those games. Now, we do have Zergling speed on the way immediately for Hope. Hyun just doesn't like to get Zergling speed early. He hasn't gone in any of the games, actually, as far as I can remember. He just likes to tech up immediately to Roaches and Hydras. Now, we do have the first set of Zerglings coming from Hyun over to Hope's side of the map. You'll be able to get a full scout out, it looks like. Now, we do have the Queen out here, but the Zerglings are able to run up the ramp. They're taking damage from the Queen, excuse me. Able to spot that Baneling nest again, but I'm not sure if Hope is actually going to build Banelings this game. He hasn't built any in the other games. So, why he likes to get the Banelings nest is it's just really strange to me. I'm not so sure why. But we do have a significant supply advantage for Hyun. We also got Lara on the way for our blue Zerg. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, that's for our green Zerg for Hope. So it looks like Hope is going to try to tech up first. That's why he has a little bit of a supply disadvantage. Now, if Hyun is able to spot this, then that might be a cue for him to be on the aggressive side of things and maybe push in with his Roaches or Zerglings. He doesn't have any Roaches now. Now, last game, Hope did go for something a little bit different than the previous 2 games. He did go for a surprise Mutalisk attack, but unfortunately, his Mutalisks were spotted pretty early, and the Hydralisks were already on the way for Hyun. Now, in the end of the game, Hope was able to get the victory anyways. But it would have been really nice to see, you know, a flock of 15 Mutalisks harassing the main base of Hyun. wrecking all the drones, but that did not happen in the previous game. Now, we do have the Spire going down once again for Hope, so he's going for that 2-base Mutalisk play, and it didn't really work out in the previous game. He did win the game, but it didn't really work out. Now, what we do have here from Hyun, he is getting another Evolution Chamber, and in all the games, Hyun's been way ahead for upgrades. Is that going to play another role in this game? We don't even have Evolution Chambers up for Hope in this game. Also, once again, Hope has reverted back to his non-creep tumor style. He has no creep spread. And one of the reasons you get creep is so you get a little bit of vision on the map. It can give you that extra 2 or 3 seconds of notice if an opponent wants to attack you. Even if your opponent is Zerg and you don't really want to give him the speed advantage, at least by having the creep spread there, your units are faster, plus it gives you vision. But once again, Hope isn't going for that. He is getting 1 Evolution Chamber, and the Overlord is spreading creep close to this 3rd hatchery going up. I'm not sure what kind of role that is going to play. Now, it looks like Hope has brought a hit squad of 2 Zerglings to pick away at these creep tumors. Able to pick away 2 creep tumors, so great move by Hope. But I would really like him to actually have some creep spread of his own. Hyun was able to get a full scout out on that base, able to see that Spire. So once again, the Mutalists are not going to be surprised. We have 10 on the way. But we also have the Hydralisk Den already finished, and we have Hydras on the way for Hyun. So the Mutalists are going to be countered once again. Now, the Mutalists are going to be flying directly, it looks like, into the natural or the main base of Hyun. Now, Hyun is going to lose his Overseer. And the Hydralisks are looking for a prime position to defend from. Now, the Queens are going to be focused down. But at the same time, we have a counterattack of Roaches across the map. So the Mutalisk is going to be able to do enough damage. They are wreaking havoc on that worker line. Able to kill 6 up to this point. But we've got lots of Roaches encroaching on the natural of Hope's base. So the Mutalists are going to flock back. Now, they've been able to destroy 11 drones, but I don't think that's going to be enough here. I think the amount of drone losses for Hope is going to be significantly higher. There we go, 11, 12, there we go. So the Mutalist harass is actually less effective than a straight-on confrontation from all these Hydras and Roaches, and now the Mutalists are forced to fight these Hydralisks head-on, and remember, Mutalists are not very good against Hydralisks. They're able to pick off the last 2, so the Mutalists do survive, and now they're able to provide additional DPS against the Roaches, but there's just so many Roaches in the main base of Hyun. Is he going to be able to hold on here? He's down by about 30 supply. Now, he still does have the Mutalists, but they're just not able to do that much damage against the Roaches with 2 armor. Now, the natural does go down for Hope, and the 3rd base is also under attack. Now, it looks like I think Hope might be able to eventually clean this up, but at what cost? We just have so many Roaches remaining. So even though the Mutalists are just having a field day against the Roaches can't fight back, it doesn't really seem to matter. The Roaches are doing so much significant damage that you take a look at the resources lost, you take a look at the army supply, and you know that Hope can't come back. So even with the Mutalists, Hyun didn't care. He just said, whatever, I'm just going to send all my Roaches across the map, and I'm going to finish you real fast, dude. And he was able to do that. So Hope, once again, I have to question this play. What's the point of getting Zergling speed if you're not going for Zerglings? What's the point of getting a Baneling's nest if you're not getting Banelings? Like, what is the reason for this? This is a lot of minerals, time, gas, resources being spent on buildings that you're not using. Why would you do that? So I'm not sure what Hope is thinking or what he was thinking, because in all 4 games he employed this strategy. In all 4 games he didn't really build any Zerglings. He built a few, and he didn't build any Banelings as far as I can tell in the entire series. So Hyun was just really straightforward. He just knew when to attack. He had lots of Roaches and Hydras when he needed them. Able to take the series, so he is going to take the prize. I think it's 150 euros, so it isn't exactly extravagant, but hey, if you're going to be playing online games anyways, not a bad idea if you can win 150 euros while you're at it. It's probably better than laddering. So good games. congratulations to Hyun, and I hope to see you guys next time.